Well, oops, indeed. Alrighty, welcome to the Eleganate Adventure Sagas. Um, we have a brand new set of intro screens. So, live for our follower, Mark, I want to put you on the spot and say, I think Mark should create a song to go with your video entry. Yeah.
A video entry.
Yes. So, like it's the pre-roll, right? When like it's the when the podcast when the video's starting, it plays this little whatever, and I'm just using music I found that was free use on the internet. But it'd be lovely to have like a custom one, that maybe a musician that worked in a recording studio at one point could pull together.
You'll guarantee quality.
Well, I mean, have you seen my work? So, anyway, yeah. So when we were last here, a couple of things happened. You guys had done your long rest. You were at camp, and poor Mr. Maylock didn't wake up.
What?
I'm gonna let that sit for a second, and now I'm gonna quickly throw to you guys to explain to Noodle what's up with that.
So after Nick gazed too many times at the pool, and I think he only did it twice.
Twice, yeah.
That he's been like feeling, having visions and kind of not feeling himself. And yeah, and then was it this morning? Yeah, this morning he did not wake up. And we've, kind of ascertained that he's not in any immediate danger.
Okay.
But he's kind of away right now. Kind of.
Yeah, he's not sick.
Protective measure or yeah.
Yeah,
So
you rolled and it wasn't. You don't think it's arcanic. You don't think it's magical. You think that something he was saying that something in his head didn't feel right the day before he passed out. Remember on the rope side in, he had passed out. So he's just sort of. It seems like he's in his own head. I can't remember. Did Skylar shave off one of his eyebrows while he was sleeping? I can't remember. He toyed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
of Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. So you guys are you guys are weekend at Bernie'sing him right now. So he's
That's what I was thinking.
He's in a sleeping bag, sort of reinforced, tied to some splints, propped in the back of one of the carts. You guys left little Zippy to keep an eye on him and to let you know if anything's happening. And just for this scene, I'm allowing Favia to not have to have line of sight. But in the future, she'll have to have line of sight because that doesn't work unless there's visual.
Okay.
So that leaves us sort of here, where what had happened is while you guys were at camp, you saw some wagons go by in the distance, and they didn't see you, but you saw them. And Karen noticed that burned into one of the crates as they went by, it was a symbol that seemed familiar to him. So you guys decided to follow the caravan. You sent little Zippy ahead, followed the caravan, and Zippy came back and said they turned right into this sort of like this warehouse area, and you guys decided to go there. He told you where to initially go. He stayed back with Nick to keep an eye on Nick, and you made your guys' way around to the north. You saw in some windows that there's some Black Cult of the Dragon people inside of the warehouse, and then there were two people. I think there was it a cultist and a ruffian were on the docks, and you guys cast some silence and just decimated them in, like, I think Karen did it in like one or two hits, right? Despite their entrails, you stuffed them under that boat right here.
Okay.
So their bodies are under this boat. There was a little pool of blood on the water, and then it sort of dissipated. And you guys are now at these stairs. Fabia has told you that in this window, she is looking at the back of a Black Cult of the Dragon. For this session, if I go to player, party, Vote. Select a leader. Bing.
All right.
Um,
Buckle up.
Now,
is there a reason
I said this in. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is there a reason is that just the way it is? Just on a fluke?
What?
Because my character's so big, it's like it has.
Oh,
It
weird.
looks.
Should seem a little enlarged.
That's not some sort of spell situation I have to be aware of. It's just the way it is right now. I don't care. I'm just getting my bearings.
Doctor, is this normal?
How's that?
Well, that's better. I'm not used to being.
I mean, you
colossal.
are actually probably proportionally smaller than that.
Yeah.
Now, what I had said in the chat we had prior to playing is sort of prep for this game. I don't like you guys having to like run 50 characters. I think that's kind of annoying. So, because I'm ultimately accountable for Favia and Skylar until you guys decide who stays. I think one of them would suggest that maybe they go back and hang out with Nick and Little Zippy to protect. Or you can decide that you guys do want to play their characters and keep them here, or you can send them both away if you want. But I thought I would give you that option. But I just know that Skylar is kind of a complicated character to play.
Yeah.
So if there's no volunteers, that character will end up back watching Little Zippy was sort of the deal.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
All right. So is that for both of them or just one of them?
I
Favia
think
would
we
be
might
nice.
want to keep. Yeah,
She might be nice to have around with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paper.
All right.
She's
So
probably-
Skylar then he's like, you know what? Zippy needs some muscle. I'm gonna head back to the wagon and keep an eye. Send word through Zippy if you need me. And that'll be sort of the deal. And then he takes off. And then there were 4. Who's running Favia?
I can.
I've never. Okay.
I always like playing with Fabia's toys. I always discover something new.
All right. You now own Fabia. Which means that you
Alright.
could probably see that there's a bad guy in that window.
Now, I noticed in our objectives that one of them is without triggering a full alarm. Is there an alarm, or is it just meaning alarm?
Yeah, that's the alarm was the alarm is implied. You aggro the entire room. Now, look, you don't have to pass that objective, right? Like that's like all objectives are optional, right? You can choose to just storm the studio, as Meat Manifesto said. I knew I'd eventually get a song reference that no one would know what I was talking about. So.
Was that it? Because I didn't know.
Yeah. Meet Manifesto? Storm the studio? Awesome. Anywho, yeah, unless you're into sort of industrial dance music that they play at the Metro in Chicago, wax track stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that objective would be full alarm, right? That means like the entire building is aggroed. That doesn't mean that you can't kill people along the way, but if the alarms go off and, everyone from every area is drawn to you, then you wouldn't pass that objective.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to be stealthy either. Like, you guys play this how you want to play.
All right.
All right,
I
so
wonder
the
how much
leader
we can
is
get done just by listening.
possibly.
I said, I wonder how much we can figure out just by listening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I cast listen.
You guys want to cast perception?
Yeah, we're perceiving the hell out of things.
Awesome.
Smush
I'm
my
gonna
ear up
do
against
this.
the wall.
I don't think this is warrants a cinematic roll, but I'm going to try it just to see if I fix that bug from last week, Cliff. So we might as well start the night with a glorious perception. Walls. Yeah, and due to sort of like, the ambient sounds, the waves, the walls, whatever else, baseline is a 16 for this. I think you guys should be fine because you kept Fabia back. Please work, please work, please work, please work. Yay, he fixed it. And you notice there was no ear blasting sound. You're welcome. All right. So what you hear when you're sort of perceiving, because you were specifically listening for, if I understand correctly, you were listening to sort of see if you can hear them talking. The gentleman, Flindle Crasborp, who's the one you see through the window, isn't really talking. You see him sort of moving around, pacing a little bit. He's roughly staying in that space, but a little farther down, you're hearing a couple of cultists, and it seems like largely cultists, from the way they're speaking and their voices, talking about the shipment, right? The various places it's going. You think you heard Flan for part of it. I'm going to verify with my notes. You hear what sounds like maybe someone branding something, probably marking the boxes. Occasionally you hear, someone flipping through a book, but it's hard to make out because there's a lot of ambient noise. You also think you heard the city, Flan. Think you also heard the city Mullivant, if I'm pronouncing my own cities right. And something about sort of under the table payment. But again, this is all muffled, which is why I'm not describing it in glorious narrative detail. These are just like the little tidbits of things that you're hearing between seagulls squawking and, if this were a movie, it'd be like, and then we're going to send the shipment to caw, like that. And then like, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. No indications of what might actually be in the shipments.
No, they're not discussing the contents at all. Probably purposefully. I mean, I don't think you need to roll an insight to know this is probably, they're black cultists, so it's probably something related to their shenanigans.
Were there other like windows and stuff? I'm just wondering, like, should we just run around to every window and listen?
Yeah, you passed two windows on your way through.
Is that all
so
the same
when
building? I'm trying to remember. I
from an exterior perspective, it seems like a single building.
Okay.
But you've only seen the east and the north side of it.
Gotcha.
But it has all of the. It's clearly a warehouse. Fairly tall walls, probably 25 feet, right? Looks like it was built to store stuff. You're seeing big doors, on major areas where you could see them by the cranes, and then smaller doors, potentially leading into other areas of the warehouse. Where you guys are, you see there's steps going up, so it looks like either there's 2 floors or part of the warehouse is raised.
Does the go ahead, Christy.
I was just wondering if we could get somehow up to the roof. Maybe
that was my question too. Does the roof seem? Can we tell at all if there's like raised structures that would, like windows and stuff, that would let us peek in?
The roof seems fairly solid, and it looks metal. So you could get up onto the roof, but it's not going to be your quietest path forward. We'll just say.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, to answer your question, like legitimately, from where you're standing, you've seen nothing that looks like access points, hatches, windows, places to crawl in from above.
That's not like a video game at all.
I know. I'm
Right.
sorry.
I feel like every video game is like crawl onto the building, go through a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Crimson Desert, and that is very true.
Yeah. All the
Um,
Cannot
assassins.
do we
recommend
wanna
that
do
game
some
enough, you
more-
guys.
Oh, cool.
Some more peeping.
Do we? Yeah, let's continue
Yeah.
kind of casing the joint.
We need a case. There's another. Oh yeah,
We
is that
go around that corner? Yeah.
is that a window or is that just a?
Oh, and can Favia turn on her pass without a trace?
Yeah, I'll recast that. If it's, I think it's passive. I don't think you need a spell slot for that, right?
I'm not correct. I think. Well, that actually I don't know.
So Cliff, you're running it, right?
Oh yeah, do I need to cast that or okay, yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Pass without truth. Oh, it does take a level 2 spell slot, but I think we lost it last time, not on purpose.
Let me give that back
So-
to you.
Yeah, so I'll cast it and then we could just restore that and then good.
And our intention is to stay together unless we say otherwise. So if we leave a token behind, it's not on purpose.
All right.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
move
that's kind of
Cliff.
hard.
I'll move Karen with you.
Yeah.
Then how's that?
Thank
Cool.
you. Yeah, perfect. I was gonna it looks like there's a window here that I thought.
Yep.
Peeping.
Probably be not in the front.
All right, this is an empty room with closed doors. So not
Okay.
super useful.
Maybe an.
Although if we
entry.
wanted to go inside, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be our.
Yeah. So that room, I'll give you some narrative. It's empty, but it's not abandoned. There's a table that sits with some tankards half filled. There's a meal sort of left unfinished. It looks like this is probably some sort of a break room. And this sort of does validate that while this is a warehouse, you at least know there's a couple of rooms, right? And you also know that you went up some stairs, and you're sort of seeing into that. So it's maybe validating the idea that this is a 2-level warehouse.
We also have some robes.
I gave you 2
red
robes.
Yeah.
So we can use those at some point. Was there another window? Yeah, there's one more around
Here.
this
Yeah.
side. Oh yeah, there's another duty down here.
Yeah. So you look in there and you immediately see a pretty substantial gentleman, Fargal Snimblast. Damn it, me and my Hitchhiker's Guide names. But his back is to you, and it's a circular chamber. From what you can see, you see some partitions that are a little bit low. This room is not filled with any crates, but it looks like it's filled with like ledgers, route maps. You see like wax sealing things. You see shipping tag covers. The noise where you're at sounds distant, so you're not hearing any of the milling around of the markets at this point. But yeah, there's sort of a series of tables that sort of are holding things. And I think from where you're sitting, yeah, that's all you can see is up to that one partition. So you can't see the entire room. You can just sort of see us around. You do also see, Favia, straight across, there's another window. And a door on the south side, as well as there's the door that I believe there's a door you passed over here.
Mm-hmm. Can we do a listen on this window?
Yep. Let me have you roll. I'm going to bring Karen along for the ride. And I assume you're staying out of eye shot of the
Yeah.
gentleman. All right, let me select you guys. This will not be an epic roll. Not epic roll, cinematic roll. Request roll. Boom. Perception. A little lower this time because of there's a little less noise over here. You fumbled yet got an 11 still. That's insane. Bing, you're just lucky to have friends that rolled higher than you.
Yeah.
The rest of you, not exceptional rolls. Fargle Snimblast is talking to Snargle Fentwhip. They're talking like brothers. So there's this sort of an honesty and sort of an annoying relationship. It seems a little strained. One, you see Fargle for sure is what he looks like. He looks like he's probably some sort of a high level thug. You know, he's not a player, and he's rifling through some papers, and you hear him talking to seemingly his brother about this manifests and where these things are going. No talk of what's in it, but yeah, he's rattling off numbers, shipping numbers, as if someone's answering, yeah, that's it. Marked already, ready to, that one I think is ready to go. But there's a little bit of tension in both of them feeling like they want to be the authority in the room. So you see one of them, you do not see the other one. But yeah, something about manifest, shipping numbers. You aren't hearing clear enough, to jot things down. But it sounds like they're tracking things or making sure that shipments are ready to go out.
Do we get a sense that like anyone else might be around? Like, is this completely isolated or?
Yeah, this warehouse is not in Teshwave, right? And it was off a pretty easy to miss path, where you didn't even see the wagon wheels. So this is not probably an official warehouse that other merchants use. This has probably been rented or commandeered by the Black Cult. And yeah, there's trees around everything. Now, clearly, if you were on the river side of things, you would see the warehouse, right? But you saw the one side. It's not like there's giant docks. It's not like it. It's clearly not like a large operation, right? There's dockside, but it's not engineered for heavy commerce.
Gotcha. Okay. Shall we continue around?
I think so.
Oh, dude.
Yep. So you are now have been spotted.
Well, they
And-
don't. Oh, we're still together, aren't we?
Oh wait, pass without a trace. Yeah,
yeah.
you're passed without a trace. You have not been spotted, but you have spotted someone down to the south.
Ooh.
And they're sort of standing by the corner. Now, it does look like the path that you came in on. This seems like the wagon path, like where this is where the wagons would come in. You see evidence, looking at the ground, you see evidence of heavy marks on the ground, dust. On the north side and the east side, you have seen no evidence of anywhere a cart could go. So, common sense sort of says something down here is maybe where they load and unload carts.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we want to silently take this guy out, or?
I was thinking we probably should. Why leave him?
I don't yet know that he's the only one down there.
Yeah.
Is Fabia safe to peek around the corner a little bit more?
Yeah, you have passed without a trace. So unless she kicks a can or something. So yeah, so you look you look at this person, who we shall name Triple Mandrix. And unlike the person you saw in that window, this person's not wearing robes. They look like they might just be a hired hand of some sort.
They're the curious thing.
Yeah, so they don't have the look of a thug.
Do they look stupid?
No, they look poor.
Oh, that's sad. That. I don't want to kill him now.
Dryden?
Here, I'll give you this. Replace that. I'll make them be this person. I should be able to share this with you guys.
Do we throw some gold to him and have him walk away?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
I'm down for that. Oh yeah.
Please, sir.
Yeah, have some more. All right, maybe murder wasn't the first. Yeah.
We have,
so they're
we
just
have all
leaning-
this gold.
They're just leaning there and they're smoking on a pipe, maybe on a break. So sort of hanging out. Doesn't look like they're guarding anything. Doesn't look like they're built for lifting, right? So you really don't know what their role is.
Does somebody want to go up and say, inquire about a job and see how much he's making, and then just give him like triple and send him to leave?
You guys hear coming, calling out. You hear, Torple, get your ass down here and help me with this damn crane. You see Torple sort of tap his pipe out and walk away.
Oh, he's just leaving. Okay. All right.
So
clearly this dude was on break. You heard something about a crane. Maybe he's a crane operator. Who can say?
Maybe we can do some more peeping around this corner then.
yeah.
Snooperoo.
You guys have been here a couple of hours. I'm gonna make it's about 5 o'clock.
Okay. Oop, that killed by pass without a trace.
Interesting.
Oh, let me. We're just gonna. Does it automate anything when you're doing pass without a trace? Stealth rolls, right?
I think it's just stealth rolls, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
would
If
have
we roll
plus
for
10
if we roll for
bonus
stealth, yeah. If we do that, we'll
just add
cast it
plus
again.
10,
But yeah, it's just
Okay.
implied.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Favi is gonna do a little peekaboo around the corner here.
Right, Fabia, you see a solid wall, fairly high, probably about 15 feet high or so. A metal gate is about, 5, 10, 15, about 30 feet from you is a pretty substantial metal gate. All of the tracks sort of turn right into that gate. Looking farther down, you see a bunch of crates, you see a bit of more wall, and then you see the river just beyond. You see a bit more dock and some river. At least in eye shot, you don't see anyone substantial.
Yep. Should we be spending any time on these buildings to the south?
You asking me, or you want to know about them?
Do those exist?
They exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All of those buildings are open fronts. These are just like open storage sheds where you would keep a wagon or gear. And they're somewhat empty. There's not much in them.
Okay.
We don't see any crates.
You see crates, but they're not. These look like just normal dock crates. Yeah, there's
Right.
nothing. You see no branding, right? So you do
Gotcha.
see crates though. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever's in the crates is not probably of a concern to the black cultists.
Gotcha.
All right. You think, Mark, where to?
I would really love to be able to pick off like a couple more people stealthily if we can.
We still we still have our silence up on that other side, right?
Nope.
Yes.
Mm-mm. You had me drop it before the end of at the end of the last session because you said you couldn't move it. Oh no, wait.
Oh,
No, you had
no.
me. You left it open because in case you wanted to open up a door, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't move it, so it's just it'll just stay there.
We could double back and use the silence to, kind of peek the door a little bit or something. I don't know.
Let's try that. I think that's
That
really
that corner, I don't know if you looked at it too, where the next to the river, there's like a little, you could do a little jump and get to another platform. And so there could be more peeping opportunities on the back.
okay.
All right. Do you want to
All right, yeah, we could
go back the way we
parkour
didn't
our
come
way.
from?
All right. Well, Favia could parkour her way.
And my video's back. I followed in Cliff's footsteps and did not decide that you all needed to see me eat my turkey wrap.
I don't know. I think it's kind of hot. Sort of a.
All right, Noodle, you got to follow your friends there.
This would be a great time for conga line.
Yeah, if you guys want that, you just have to tell me.
In a sec.
All right. So, well, I was going to say, well, no, I guess we could wait. No, we can't really listen from here because this is where the
Yeah.
silence is, right?
You're silent, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Wait, but like, if you're in a cone of silence, that stops you from making sound, not hearing sound from outside the cone.
No, everything within the cone is silent.
okay.
Okay,
Right.
so no sound enters the cone.
In or out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You're in a big glass ball.
Okay.
How's that?
I like it. It's handy. So we could pick up that boat and put it in front of the door if we really
100%.
Does the door have like a keyhole?
Yeah, there's you see it has a giant padlock on it. It's clearly locked.
It's locked, but like, does it have a hole we can peep through?
Oh, no, it's it opens in the middle, so it's this giant wooden door, and in the middle are two handles, and in between the two handles are two eyelets with a giant padlock securing them shut.
Okay.
And looking at the ground. Actually, let me have you do an investigation real quick. Who's investigating?
Well, I'm sure we all are.
All right.
Can Favia pick it?
Hold on. Investigation. See what you guys get.
Cyrus beam.
20. All right. Yeah, so Bing and Favia, well, hell, everyone except for Noodle.
There's always one.
You're checking out the door, running your fingers along it. It's completely silent. You're banging on the lock to see if that thing is sturdy, going to come off. No sound, whatsoever. But you do notice that there's a good buildup of what looks like dried seaweed and dust and dirt on the ground. You see no evidence of swing marks, like these doors haven't been opened in a long time. The hinges seem a little bit rusty, and this lock looks a little less for the wear. Karen, you're pretty sure with a couple of thwacks this thing would break off because it's just been out in the sea weather for so long. But you also don't see a lot of evidence that this is an often used door. Now, looking at the dock by you, maybe it kind of makes sense.
Okay. Do you want to pop around the corner and peep?
All right, so you're going to go to the small thing, and then we're going to do a jump. little
I
athletics.
guess so. Yeah, let's do a little hoppy to here, and then we'll just see what we see.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll an athletic. I'm just gonna have acrobatics, I think. I never, I'm always acrobatics, balancing, flipping, escaping, and athletics is performing feats of strength like climbing. Okay, yeah, so it's acrobatics. My own helper text helped me.
Okay.
So acrobatics. And this is, you're going from that corner, so you're going cattywampus?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, so. Yeah.
So, Fabius sort of sizes it up and says, all right, from here to here to here, as my brother used to say. Or no, Jeremy used to say that, to here to here. Squares up and notices like, it seems like sturdy. It seems like it'll hold her weight. Looks a little slick from the seawater, but she thinks she can do it.
Can she look around the corner first?
She absolutely could if you want to. I haven't not hit request roll yet. Yeah, so it definitely holds her weight. She feels that maybe from this angle she'd be a little safer jumping. Less likelihood to slide across into the other side. So what you see from here is, you see more boats. You see a crane sort of down at the end of the dock. You aren't seeing any people, at least from where you are, but it does look like it opens up right here. Where's my line? So it looks like a pretty active area for loading and unloading things.
Okay. And then just so y'all can see, there's a door right here. And can I see anything about that door from where I'm at? Or like, if
I'm gonna pause you for a second because you can't actually explain anything to them from what you're saying because they're in a cone of silence.
Right.
Like there's no conversations that can be had right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fabia can see that stuff. Yeah, they can come and look, but you can't explain it to them until they get out of the cone. And Mark, where was that? How far was that cone?
It basically just intersected with the door. It was like a couple feet around the door.
Yeah.
But that's not it.
Yeah, so
definitely in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it covers the door's sounds, but not necessarily what's on the other side of the door.
Right.
Yeah, so from where you guys are seeing, they can you can describe it to them if you want now. Fabia.
There's a door.
Is it the same like amount of disuse or?
From where you're standing, Fabia, it seems like it's more active. But it does look a little slick. Like it's not used as much, but probably more than the big doors on the side.
What do you think?
Okay.
And there's no way like Fabia could try to pick the lock over here.
Absolutely could. Try to pick the lock.
The lock that's, the kind of weathered lock.
The weathered lock, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she could try to pick it.
Yeah, what do y'all think? There's some more windows on this side, but they're all over the water, not over the dock or the little pier that comes out.
I mean,
there are boats though.
So, like, if we're gonna, I was thinking about that. If we're gonna, I don't know, if we want to peep through a door like this, the door we're by up here might be easier.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right.
All right, so Fabia's going to not do an acrobatics check. She's going to do...
over here.
That would be tool. And that would be Thieves' Tool. And it's going to be fairly low because this is a pretty rusty lock. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it cinematic.
Ooh.
Gong. It was such a low DC, you guys. It was only a DC 7. So yeah, Fabia, Fabia's like, you can't hear her, but you can see the frustration on her face, and she's tweaking. This goddamn lock is just rusted out, and she can't get any of the tumblers to move.
Karen sees the frustration and walks over and just plunks it down with the axe.
Let me roll. Have you roll something here? Hold on. Would be strength. And this is really ridiculously low DC for you, but it's just to see if you fumble.
Yeah.
Let's make this one cinematic. Can you beat a DC 5? Oh wait, I didn't mean to do stealth. Hold on.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, not a stealth check. That was supposed to be a strength. I clicked the wrong S. Dummy. Now I'm so embarrassed. Skill. Ability. Strength. 5. Let's try this again. $13. So you barely hit this lock, and it just crumbles and falls to the floor.
Cool. I just pat Favi on the back.
She looks disappointed. Fabia's not used to failing. So now you have 2 handles, 1 on each door.
Give her a thumbs up.
There's 2 doors.
Yep.
It's a double. It's a.
If
double
I've
door.
learned anything from his Clavius, can we just maybe open one?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I was not a moron. Hold on. And
Guys, I'm really hoping this is one of those situations where, like, in an old house, you've got like some door that nobody ever uses, and so everything just gets piled up against the old door. So we're gonna open the door, and it's just gonna be all the crates right here.
I like that. I vote for that.
hold on. 1 second.
Nobody even knows
Manifesting
there's a
that
door
really
there
hard.
anymore.
And give me 1 second. I don't know if this is going to work. You're going to see weird things happening. Give me 2 more shakes, because I am a moron, and I did code it for some reason as 1 door. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's what it does.
Yeah, it'll just take me 2 seconds here. Door. And draw a door. Here to here to here. And draw a door. To here to here. And
Big ass door.
make them attach. And then say this door and this door are locked. Or no, they're not locked. They're heavy and closed, and because you've unlocked them now. Update. Now I can take this door, and it's going to get weird for a second. And then I move this door here, and this door here. And now you should be able to... You should be able to now open whatever door you want.
All right, but
Which one is it?
Just a little
opening
bit
it
first.
just the tiniest amount.
And based on the handle configuration, they're pretty big handles, and and the padlock was on your side, and the handles are aimed towards you. It's in the way you see the hinges, they come towards you,
Yeah.
not into the warehouse. So they open out for sure.
Okay.
So you would lefty or righty?
Which one should we open? Does anybody have a theory about which one would be better?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna open this one.
I moved out of the way. Just
All
in
right,
case
open her up.
the fireball got me.
So
All right,
just to be clear,
I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit the open button, but I'm just saying, opening it
A
just
little crack.
the smallest crack.
All right, so that's not how it works, but yeah, that's fine. So Kieran, you have to pull real hard, and it's dragging that seaweed and dirt. And if you could hear anything, you'd be like a big as that thing is trying to go, even just like, and you have it open about 6 inches, and what you see is a black cultist with their back to this door, probably unassuming, because as you've already established, those doors aren't used often. So to them, mentally, it's kind of a wall. Now, they heard none of this because your cone of silence just covers this door.
Somebody drag him out and kill him.
Yeah, and it looks like they're saying something to somebody, but you can't hear what they're saying. But they definitely didn't hear you. Now you only have 6 inches, so looking from different angles is kind of cheap.
Fair. All right. I don't know. What do y'all think? I was tempted to say, yeah, let's yoink him and gank him, but if he's talking to somebody, that seems like red
now,
alert.
You do see there's crates stacked up in front of him, right? So you're not necessarily seeing deep into the warehouse. Can anyone see anything? Let's see.
Does he appear to be moving his head as if looking at a person, or is he just straight ahead?
He's just straight ahead. And quite honestly, you're lucky he wasn't leaning on the wall.
Potato. He'd have fallen out. It's fine.
Yeah, so you see him standing there, and you see him sort of raise his hand like sort of 1 minute, like up high, 1 minute.
Okay, so I might cast deafness on this guy. Just to get him to kind of walk away and like, freak out and not know what to do.
Then his nickname will be Death. So his name will be Warful Deaf Mip Monk.
Yes.
Does that? Can you still do? Will your other one go away?
I'll have to dismiss the silence and recast it, basically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start making motions like I'm gonna do the spell, and I'm looking to see if Karen is going to wave me off or.
Yeah, Karen's like.
Okay. All right. So. Yeah, I'm going to. I can't really see him now. Here we go.
Now you guys can step out of the cone to talk, but that takes time, and you don't know if this guy might move.
Well, we kind of want him to move anyway. Actually, so I am gonna back out of the cone so we can talk for a second.
Now, Karen, I'll say as you exit that cone, remember your inner voice is always to hurt, especially cultists. Just leaning into who you are.
Yeah, I'm considering casting deafness on this guy so that he would walk away, kind of figuring out why can't I hear? He's gonna go talk to try to talk to someone else. So that we could actually get in unseen. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we
should
could
we just burst in?
Or we could just grab him, pull him out.
I almost wrote down Karen's gonna pull him into the silence.
Yeah, because we have the silence up. We could just
Yeah.
grab him and grapple him out here, and then
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so this is gonna be grapple.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess that's the kind of the logic of it.
Yeah.
And I have to remember, is that a
Um,
strength? That's a strength contest, right? A contested.
Yeah.
Second. We don't. You know what? We don't grapple much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, but not often.
Well, my Spotlight Omni search popped up. Why did it do that? All right.
Usually
so you.
Other animals that are doing it to us, or monsters that are doing it to us.
All right. Request roll. Awesome. And this is ability strength. All right. You guys ready? And this one should be cinematic.
Oh, did you want? I can just do a grapple. It's like an ability, but
Oh, okay. Never mind. You want to do that instead? Or do you just want to win?
I won, so never mind.
Sorry, I pretended I was using paper and graph paper and dice.
That one got a little crazy at the end.
Now I will say I will give you a little wiggle room on this because Cyrus is right behind you, and well, actually, I'm not going to give you wiggle room. So you yank this black cultist backwards, right? Like towards you.
I'm like, well, the crack in the door is like here, so I'm kind of like grabbing the scruff of his cloak and then like yanking him kind of back to right here.
I'll give you easily. He yanks to where you are because that requires that you're doing a step and you're dragging him, right? So not just a pure grapple. Anything beyond that, then we'll have to roll something else. If you're trying to be precise with where he's going, if you're just trying to you successfully get him into the cone of silence.
Okay.
Anything beyond where you're standing is additional checks.
So do you think it's like I'm here and he's where I am?
Well, if the door was here, so this hinge, right? And you said, here is what I was thinking the door is like right here. So your choice is either you're stepping here and he's there, or you went back, knocked the door completely open, and then I have Bing roll an ability check to see if he gets pushed into the boat or into the water. Right. So you're going to either end up in this block, and he ends up in this block.
Yeah. I think that seems about right.
Or it can be more. It can be as complicated as you want.
I was thinking of it more like I'm like picking him up and like slamming him over here.
A hoist.
So that would have been That would be beyond like a pure grapple. That's a directed precision. Like you're trying to throw him over the top of you, right?
Yeah.
So I think that would be a combination of. Let me look real quick.
Maybe like the grapple is the initial. Just do I get control of him, and then we'll do another roll to see if I make him all the way across me or not. Okay.
Yeah, because I think the grapple was you had the strength to pull him the 5 feet into the silence. And then your next one is like, can you then slam him, over the top of you? In which case, let's have you roll the actual grapple this time.
Okay.
Because it may also account for he's prone, right? In that scenario. So he's deaf and prone. But he sure plays a mean pinball.
Well done. Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Orphan mimp.
It says it's waiting on something from you.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide which I'm going to do. I'm going to go acrobatics.
Mimp
Normal.
Oh, fucking duck.
Oh.
Fail. So he's in the silence, but you weren't able to get him over the top of you.
Okay, so where are we ending up?
So that would mean that you instead of pulling him backwards, because I'm not going to make you knock into bang. The agreement was you're now here and he's now here.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And
is
but
it
he's completely disoriented, because his world went silent, and he's also grappled. You're holding him,
Okay.
right?
then
So I have to
can
mark
Fabia-
him as
Fabia
grappled.
hit the door shut.
Oh, you know what? We got to do, and we may need to roll that. I hate rolling it again. Where is grappled? Isn't grappled a condition? Blinded, deafened. God, I gotta rewrite this. This is not my plugin. Hold on, I need to mark him as token and status effect. Grappled. Yes, my own plugin has it, so he's now grappled. And I was gonna say, if you want to roll your grapple again for the slam part of it, because he's grappled, I think he'll have disadvantage.
Oh, do it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Grapple him a second time. Yeah, it was weird. It rolled my. It asked me for a roll, but then it auto rolled it too. That's why there were like two athletics checks on my part.
Let's do this pencil and paper style. Hold on. Request roll. I believe this is an athletics check. No, wait, it's a dexterity check, which is acrobatics.
I mean, a grapple should be strength on my side.
Yeah, but he's already grappled. This was the tossing him over you part.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
all right?
And he rolls with disadvantage. And he got a 6. Okay, now, so you pulled him onto the dock. His world goes silent. He's like, "What the fuck?" But you can't hear him say that. You just see him mouth it. And then he sees in order the roof, the sky, the shoreline, and then he's slammed onto the ground. Now you're here. Yeah, he's here. And he's now not only grappled, but he's prone. But that means that you can let go of him. Are you letting go of him, or are you just holding on to him?
I think we're pretty safe from him getting away, right?
Yeah, he's flanked.
He'll either be prone. Yeah, he'll either be prone or he'll be grappled and prone.
Yeah, I think he is. I think I will ungrapple him so that I may axe him.
All right, so he's been slammed to the ground. He's prone. I see you're targeting him because your pretty picture's above the reticle now.
That's point 8.
But before you hit him, I need you to roll a 1d6, just raw.
I think Fabia would shut the door too as soon as all that's clear.
All right, so he starts off with 2 damage from his grapple. And then you said, while as soon as you get slammed down, you're saying Fabia would shut that door?
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't make that sound. All right, so now the current situation is he's in silence. He looks confused as fuck. He's laying on the ground, sort of looking backwards towards these boats, right? He sees blood on the ground from the previous foes that you dispatched here, right? And he's wildly confused. So go ahead and do your worst. I'm going to give you your attack, and then we're going to go into combat.
Do we all get an attack before combat starts? Is that what you're saying?
No, you get your attack. I'm letting you do your attack.
Oh, okay. So Karen
as the aggressor, because Fabia's shutting a door, right? Being a noodle, we're to the side, and the vision I have is you reach through this door, you yoink him, and while he's in the air, that door is shut by Fabia. You slam him on the ground and step back and grab your axe. But then after that, he has a chance to like, do his thing. He'll be prone, so it'll take half of his movement to stand up. But
yeah. All right.
Does being prone affect your initiative?
Oh, dang it.
I
forgot
don't know if it affects
that
initiative. It does affect his ability to hit, so he gets an advantage on it.
Cleave a nearby target. No, thank you.
You sure?
Okay. Do I get my normal attack round or just an attack?
Oh no, you just an attack, and then we go into combat.
All right.
And you ready for combat?
Yep.
Alrighty. And encounter and create combat. I don't know how I would ever live without my own tools. Yeah, so his day's not great.
Oh man, Bro's going last.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the stack. Right. Like by a long shot, right? His day is not.
Oh.
He's having a rough day.
This is starting to feel like a murder.
All right, so begin encounter. Now, you do take a little solace, Karen, in the fact that he's wearing red robes. I like when my minstrel actually does what it's supposed to, but I think I forgot to adjust all the volumes.
All right. Oh, probably with me. Let's see.
Is the crowd noise too much, you guys? Maybe I shouldn't have added the crowd noise to the sound. People are cheering you on.
It does kind of sound like a bar fight, yeah.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Okay, I'm adjusting the volumes while we do this.
Oops. Oh, Tom, I think I found a bug in your targeting portrait.
Oh no, what happened?
If I'm playing as Favia, when I do my targeting, it shows Karen's icon.
Oh yeah. That's a Foundry issue.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to, I guess, just to shake it up, use a melee weapon from Favia.
Hey.
Does she even have a melee weapon?
I think so. Flame tongue.
Huh.
Let me see what this even is. Sorry. It sounds like a sword, but
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually turning off that sound altogether.
Now the only sound I hear is my tinnitus.
all right. Well, never mind. I can't figure out any of Favia's melee weapons, so I'm just gonna.
I don't think
Point
she can
blank.
either, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever
I
seen
was
it.
looking at. She has the Rod of Lordly Might, which I think has can turn into a sword, but
Yeah, it can turn into lots of stuff.
all right. I'm just gonna point blank short bow.
Yeah, she can shoot from close up without a disadvantage.
And she gets 2 attacks, right?
With her bow, yes.
All right. Well,
we hardly knew you, Warful Mimp Funk. So, and as his body collapses, not collapses, he's already on the ground. He looks wildly confused. He's looking up at you guys, and you swear that you hear him lip, "You didn't even ask me any questions." like
Silence,
who
bro.
are
Sorry.
you?
We're in a cone of silence.
Yeah, no, you saw his lips,
No.
and I believe that ends the encounter.
Yeah.
We're just gonna kind of roll him into the
Yep.
water.
Yeah,
Yep,
put him in with the
Skylar.
other guys.
All right, let me distribute you guys your XP. That seems like an awful lot of experience points for that guy.
Should we yeah, crack open the door again?
Uh-huh.
This
Or
time
kind
you
of crack
see
it open 6 inches like before.
Right, so you see in your 6 inches. Let me click your character, see where you are. You see some pretty tall crates in front of you stacked up. Nothing visible. Now, of course, you can't hear anything either.
Where's the edge of the cone? It should be really close, right?
If you were to step into the next cube, yeah, like the edge of the cone was right here.
Mm-hmm.
So in D&D math, like the next block down is audible.
Do we still have or do we need to recast our Heidi spell?
Pass without a trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it stay during combat? I don't know.
I think it stays until she's. Is it concentration?
I think it's concentration. Yeah. Okay. All right. So maybe should Fabia go kind of peek behind or kind of kneel behind the boxes and listen?
Yeah, let's.
Kind of reconnoiter a little bit.
Are you gonna loot this guy, or should I remove the body?
I'll take a look. Let's just see, because I don't want any crap. We just got rid of crap.
Go through his
But-
pockets while you're rolling his body off to see.
Marie
Yeah.
Kondoed it.
He may have a note or something.
Does this
All right.
barrel spark joy?
How do we do that? Do I just double click? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
All right. Fabia's kneeling behind this. This is like a stack of crates, so it's taller than her, right?
Yeah, it's taller, but as soon as she gets up close enough, you'll see that beyond.
good.
Yes, yeah, it's tall enough. If you can't see, you can't see. That's the rule, right? But it is crates, so you could technically climb on top of it or peek around it. And you do see where Fabia that you see there's spaces. So, this is not like, don't think of it as a wall.
Right.
Think of it as visual obstacles. Now she is out of pass without trace stays with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's have. Can you please roll it again? I gave you your spell slot back, so you should be able to use it again. Let's make it official. But before you do it, hold on. I need to move the time forward slightly. Or did you already cast it?
Oh, dang it! Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll give you your spell slot back if this goes. Oops! Too far. Sorry, I'm adjusting the time. There we go. All right. Do I need to give you your spell slot back?
Yeah. If you want me to keep it up.
All right. Give me your spell slot back. Second spell.
Oh, you know what? I can just actually, I could cast it without consuming a spell slot.
Oh, I just gave it back to you anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Fabia makes listen.
All right. So you are all safe to move about the cabin. So what you guys see in here is this interior opens wide. It's a storage floor, and it's filled with crates and arranged sort of like deliberate clusters. So there seems to be intent. And based on what you heard in that other room, that round room, it seems like they might be sort of grouping these shipments for deliveries. Just sort of beyond you, you haven't seen the rest of this for realsies, but like the assumption is people are sort of moving between things. That there's, they're organizing this stuff. You still smell what smells like sort of burning wood for the brand marks that are being put into some of these crates. This feels very much like a sort of an active, in motions, things are happening, something is afoot here. So you have passed without a trace. You won't be seen necessarily, but people are milling around. You're hearing footsteps and muttering.
Maybe Fabio would like just peek around, still being very discreet. Can I move just as like to get an angle like I would be peeking?
Yeah, what's the radius for the pass without a trace?
35.
And it doesn't work through walls, so Noodle just lost it.
Well, I can't squeeze through the door.
So Karen, you need to move Karen in. I'm gonna let you control Karen too, by the way.
But
Wait, do we just want to stay everybody
I'm
outside while?
Yeah, I'm hidden and silent, so all of us.
Yeah, you guys are silenced, but that door is visibly open. It doesn't hide an open door.
I mean,
right. So if someone walks around the crate and sees that door open, they will notice that.
Shall I shut it for now? Why not? She can
Let's
open
just
it from
all
the
get in.
inside, right?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shut it.
Oh,
Well, and as you shut the door, you sure hope she can, because
Well, we'll open it back up in a minute.
well, you wouldn't hear her knock.
No, but I can just count to 60 and then open it.
All right. So Fabio, you are in here, and as you tool around, you see down to the east. You're seeing at least what looks like not a black cultist, but a bandit of some sort. Again, looks fairly substantial, a little high ranking. And they're just peeking. Yeah.
Tiptoe.
Yeah, and now you're seeing some stairs heading up, right? So there's a lot of crates here. They are absolutely grouped. You're now getting a better feel for the layout, and it looks like it's really one lower floor and then sort of a raised area in the back, probably because it was sort of built into a hill. You see a set of stairs that are sort of heading upwards.
So am I recognizing the guy that's right here as the one by the window that we saw earlier?
You absolutely are, because Fabia has perfect memory for relationships and mapping. So yes, that was the window that you had looked in. And he's just still standing there like this.
Okay, I counted and I'm peeking. I closed my ears. I don't know what's going on, but I'm peeking through the door.
All right.
I'm careful. Okay, she's not there.
Probably is just like, okay.
I'm kind of peeking. I go in, I'm looking, and she's still just right there. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Fabia's gonna go down here a little behind this stack of boxes and kind of peek around.
You see what looks like one of two very large doors to the south. Based on all of the wayfinding and the fact that the wall to the west is windows, your spidey sense says that those two doors are where the crates come actively in and out. So that's the ones they use. The other ones have sort of been locked down. And on the floor, you're seeing, there's marks of open and close. And unlike the other doors, these doors are fully functional.
Are the crates right in front of me marked?
They are.
Were the crates back here marked too, where Fabio started?
They all have different symbols on them.
Okay. How big are the crates?
Yeah.
Well, various sizes. But I will give you this because you asked this question. So each crate sort of bears not only a burned symbol, now that you're up close, but a series of numbers etched or sort of painted beside it. The patterns repeat in ways that suggest order rather than randomness. So like these are purposeful, they're grouped. And those moving through space seem to sort of follow them without hesitation. So like the people that you've seen sort of milling around in the background, this system makes sense to them.
Okay. I think Fabi's gonna like slip back here and see. Gonna like take a look at these crates and see if there's one that's like manageable that could be sort of removed without it being apparent on the other side of the crates, you know? Like if there's a pile, if there's one in the back.
Got it. Do an investigation. And
Yeah.
this is not a cinematic, and I'll base this on your roll. I'm not going to do a DC on it. Pretty solid. So these look incredibly heavy. You're not convinced, like Fabia, Karen might be able to sort of manhandle them down, but they're pretty substantial. But she sees this one has a pretty interesting symbol. It means nothing to her, but she does see that there's a symbol. She sees the code T17R3-442 next to this symbol that's sort of burnt into the side. Now, you and her never talked about the symbol, so she doesn't know if this is the symbol that you're thinking about, or if another one is somewhere in this area.
And are the crates like a I don't know, like a typical wooden shipping crate is nailed shut? Are these nailed shut, or are they like hinged?
No, they're nailed, and they're spiked. Like they're big. These things are substantial. I can show you that. You'll have to role play because you're playing Fabia. I can show you an image of the crate, but Karen wouldn't know what this was on this image. If you can suspend that disbelief for me.
Yeah.
All right. So then show players. So she sees this, and there's this symbol sort of burned into the side of this crate. As you can see, this is like thick wood, a very substantial crate. Big spikes, holding this together. The bottom looks like some sort of lifting device can be slid under it, so it's so heavy that it probably requires a crane of some sort. And all of the crates in that area are branded with that same symbol.
Right. Does Fabia get a sense that she could move much further without being seen? Seems like people are pretty close.
They're pretty close, but she has passed without a trace. So you tell me, what does that give her?
I am concealed and have a +10 bonus to stealth checks.
Yeah, so I'd have you roll so she's her, what is her, where her score is at? Hold on. Yeah, so she already has a +20, so I'm not even going to make you roll. So Fabia moves like silently even without this.
Fabia has +25 stealth.
Okay.
Now, I think that I don't know if that's because pass without a trace might be giving her that +10 to it.
Oh, that's already adding it in. Okay.
All right, but it's high enough that I'm not going to make you roll for stealth for her.
All right, I'm gonna just snoop a little bit more, and then I'm gonna, I think, head out to regroup with everybody.
And you're seeing a new person sort of peek into existence up on the upper level.
Okay.
Farquhar Nimcrust.
So that's 1, 2, 3, at least 6, I think, people that we've seen.
And so far, all of the people in this area have been cultists. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah. The guy here, this guy here, is not wearing a robe. He just happens to be wearing a red shirt. So he's a high ranking. It looks like he's a high ranking, some sort of a
Star Trek.
Like yeah, the insignias indicate he's some sort of probably a captain of some sort, possibly the captain for the vessel that they'll be taking.
Is Favia hearing any chatter?
Right now, no one's really talking. You see people with clipboards. You see, you still smell the smell of burning wood.
Okay, and nothing like no smaller boxes around here that Favia could pick up, right?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of boxes, but nothing with a brand on it.
Okay. I just thought it was seventh guy too, by the way. Or well, I guess that's just my mental note to tell people later. All right, Favi's gonna come back out, I guess. I don't know what else to do in there. Okay, should we go over to our talkie spot?
Yeah, and I think
All right,
I think you'll all be here.
I think there's at least 7 guys, mix of cultists and thuggy guys, and there's marked crates that are numbered, and they're really big and heavy, and I don't think I can move it. Karen maybe could. It would be probably loud.
And do you describe the symbols that you saw, or do you remember any of the numbers?
Yes, Fabia, the character, remembers the numbers. Cliff, the player.
Do you remember the
No.
rough what about the symbols? So yeah, so Fabia, tells you that there was a number, seems like on top was T17 and on the bottom was R3-442. Not sure what it means. But then there was the largest part of the side of the crate was burned with this emblem. And then does she remember the emblem?
She remembers it. I think maybe she starts to describe it. And then
right. So and then
it's Karen.
Go ahead.
Karen pulls the thing out of her vest and says like this. And Fabia says.
And Fabia lights up. She's like, that not exact, but that looks like the symbol that was on this box. What is that?
Interesting. I'll tell you later. All right.
Well, Fabia does seem really confused, and the rest of you see, Karen's never in all of the 6 real world years. You've never seen this symbol before. You've never seen her pull this out. I just want to throw that role playing moment out there for you guys. Like that's a thing that just happened.
Yeah. Oh. Should we?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Now's not the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do we want to do? I feel like we need to get a crate open.
That's what I'm wondering. Can we cast silence in there and get the
hold
crate?
on. Before we move on, I want to say, like, if Fabia especially, but so I think the two of you are kind of like, okay, yeah, whatever, we'll talk about that later. Fabia has to be deep down a little confused, and like, why does someone in our party have a thing that matches a symbol on the Black Cult of the Dragon crates? Like, I don't think Fabia's always the most trusting. She was the first one to attack Nick with his knowledge. So you can see, like, she's accepting, given your relationship, that we'll talk about this later. But I think her implication is like, yeah, we will. I think that's fair
enough.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's I think our main objective, at least initially, is just to find out what's in the crates.
So can we cast? And what about those immovable rod things? Is there any way we can do silence right in there?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we could recast silence.
I can do silence too, so
Oh,
it could
awesome.
be, because I don't know if we want to keep it where, concentrated from you where we are right now, and then just, I don't know what we want to do, but
I had a weird idea. Well, I don't know. Maybe we don't need it, depending on how heavy the crates are. But I was thinking we could use your rug
yeah.
to pop a crate onto to slide it out.
Oh, how I gotta look to see what the total. It's like 400 or 500. I'll check real quick. But yeah, let me look real quick. For my items, did the symbol change for that? My magic carpet. What does it look like they have to be opened with, though? I mean, I guess you got a sword.
I have a crowbar.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Do we want to try that then? Like, see if we can slip one out.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to advance the time a little bit.
Okay.
Just so you know. Not a ton, just like 15 minutes or so.
I gotta mute.
So as you guys were talking out on the docks, whether a blessing or a curse, like the sun is starting to set, you're seeing lights come on. In around the river, across the river, it's dusk.
All right. I guess Jared will kind of peek in the door and see if kind of assess the nearest box.
All right. And is Fabia moving? I mean, don't forget you have Pass Without a Trace working with you right now.
Yeah.
Now, Pass Without a Trace will not mask the sound of you dragging a crate.
Yeah. Do we want to get a bigger silence up around the crates here?
Yeah, then you could just stand there and smash them.
So just to be clear, there's crates like in this pile that are marked, right?
Did Fabia tell you which ones were marked?
It seemed like they were kind of all over from when she was in there before, but
Won't he
No,
see?
I mean, so Fabia saw that they were grouped. Fabia saw they were grouped in with different symbols, were all sort of like clustered together. And the symbol that you and her just discussed was on conveniently this group here.
Okay. So I think we'll go
Um,
after a crate like right over here that's close to the door and out of line of sight of all the other folks. Does Karen feel like she can pick up one of these crates just straight up?
I'm going to have you roll for that. I have an opinion, but I think we're going to let the dice decide. This would be an insight. And it would be a DC.
We can go ahead and go for the silence, I guess, either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Noodle's gonna.
Yeah, Karen thinks that she could move them. She doesn't think there's any world where she could carry them. Right? But she could slide one around, given enough, 2 or 3 inches at a time. These things are substantial. These things look like they're carrying some heavy stuff.
All right, then maybe we need the rug. And then Karen can just like roll one over onto the rug and then we can
Can we assess how much they weigh? Because the carpet has a capacity limit.
No, I mean Karen could try. Karen could just go. Well, I think Karen would know like how much she can lift, right? So Karen, you can try to lift one and try to gauge how much it weighs, but like just looking at a thing, you aren't going to be able to know because you don't know what's inside it. It could be gold, it could be party balloons.
All right.
All right.
So
So
we want to get our silence up.
We still need to do like the Scooby-Doo silence. What's that? Pass without a trace. So I can get in there and cast silence.
Oh, so you all
Pass
have
without a
pass without a
trace is up,
trace.
but we just need a silence cone that kind of the edge of it is here.
Okay. So
Well, thank you for using my tool.
So can
Well,
I stand in
it goes away
door?
eventually.
Yeah, after
I think so.
30 seconds. Yeah, it does.
So,
Okay, so I'm
okay.
gonna drop the sign as soon as she gets in.
Okay, is the door open all the way now, or is it still just? How much do we have there?
Yeah, how far is your
Silence.
door open?
Not very.
I think it's open just enough for us to be like looking,
Squeezy through.
sticking our
can I
heads in. Yeah.
spell
'Cause
right
we don't
here?
we're trying not to attract attention yet.
Correct.
Okay.
So is it open enough for me to stand here and cast the spell?
Yes, if what you see is what you see. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So
Silence.
as
What do you
she
want me to do?
well, so as she starts to like look like she's casting a spell, I have to drop my silence because you wouldn't be able to cast otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I can move in. Then let me move into the very first thing and cast
Okay.
it.
All right, so I'll keep it then.
Okay. I'm squeezed in.
Hold on.
Oh, but-
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. You got to roll a stealth check.
I need Fabia to come closer.
Well, now you have to roll a stealth check because
Wait,
you
why?
stepped forward. Because she stepped forward and lost pass without a trace because Fabia she was behind a
Fabia?
wall. Too late. You already stepped into the room, so you've got to roll a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
I think that was
Right.
just not happening.
Well, I tried to be very patient. So,
All
and it's
right.
a 50-50, so you'll be just fine. And request roll. But because you guys seem upset about it, I'm going to make it cinematic.
I'm very upset about it. We've been very careful.
Oh. So Noodle steps in and it goes from complete silence to clang clang with her little armory feet. And she stands there, but she's only stepped 5 feet in. So let me see something.
I'm casting that right now. Nobody's gonna hear a thing.
You can go ahead and cast it, but I want to see if it drew anyone's attention.
It didn't. Let's just
Hold
leave
on.
that.
It's all good. Dice tray.
No, I don't like the way you're smiling there.
Well, I got to do my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a crit. So
No.
Greeple Quast is can you see this person? You don't see them,
somebody.
but you hear someone take a step towards you.
I'm gonna shut that door.
And that's it.
But no,
So like
he's
they took a step.
I've
So they
passed
took a
without-
step.
Now.
Now you're passed without a trace.
Right.
But for a moment you made a sound, and right. So here, like, I want to be very fair about this.
Okay.
You stepped through the door. It doesn't work through doors or walls. You were then suddenly out of pass without a trace. So you took a single step into the room and made a noise. Now there was a person standing here before.
Yeah.
So having a noise come from that area is not unknown, right? So as you get ready to cast your spell, you hear someone call out, "Have you marked all the crates?" Now you do you.
All right. I think you got to get back on this side of the door.
Yes. I'm doing it and I'm shutting the door.
You guys work so hard. I feel bad, but I feel like that was fair.
No, I think that we were closer than that. I don't know. It was my bad. I thought that we were closer.
I don't know. I don't totally get the mechanics of this then. But so we're Okay, I think we're just about to kill everything.
Yeah.
Well, time out.
No
Just to be very clear, Mark, you dropped your silence, right?
No,
No, he was gonna drop it
Okay,
when
so
She
you
was gonna
still have silence. The door
Yep.
was open. Noodle stepped through. When she stepped through, she was now no longer in Pass Without a Trace because Fabia was on the other side of a wall. That meant for a moment she made a sound. I gave her an opportunity to roll. She rolled poorly, so she made a sound. The guy said basically like, "Hey, did you get done with your stuff?" No one's running over there to attack you, you know.
Right.
And you said whoop, and then you left and you shut the door. Right. So that doesn't mean that an alarm like there has been no alarm raised, right? Like for just from an insight, like without a roll, no one in that room would think anything other than like, oh, that guy made a noise.
Right.
That was it. Like that was it.
Okay.
So now the door's closed and you're okay. So like, yeah. So Cliff, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't think that this was suddenly. That's it. We gotta kill everybody.
Well,
It's
now
just-
the guy is gonna not answer, and so the other guy's gonna come over, and
Yeah.
So
You just
Well,
gonna
I don't-
take
but you guys are pretty. I think you're smarter than that, right? Like he might come over and just see that the guy is gone. He might come over and like wonder like, oh, that lazy
Where'd he go?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it could be he walks over and he goes like, uh-oh. Except you have to remember, I want to remind you that door
No.
doesn't get used.
before.
yeah.
And
So he won't expect that you guys to have come through that door.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we're good for a second.
but we still have silence up, which means we can't hear what's going on the other side of the door, so we won't know if the guy comes and goes.
Yep.
Right.
We're just gonna
Can we
wait.
go over to our area here so we can talk? I'm talking
Yeah,
about
wait and see if the door moves.
made a noise. Guy asked if I was done with my job, so I shut the door and came back out here because I couldn't cast it yet because I didn't want him to come and investigate. I just left. So I don't think they're onto us, but we may need to wait a minute.
It didn't work out as expected.
No. It will.
So
I
we'll,
just think we
we'll
need to
wait like what, up to 5 minutes?
Yeah.
See if
That's
there's
the thing.
any-
There's no way.
What's that?
So there's no way to know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the
Because
only
we
thing we
have-
could do is just open the door.
Yeah,
Um,
it's basically we'll see if they open the door. If they don't, then we can assume that they've moved on, and we'll try.
There may be a
again.
new guard there taking his place, but we can just kill him easily.
Okay. So we're gonna wait for a few minutes,
Okay.
watching, of course, for movement from the door.
And how long does Pass Without a Trace work? So like I'll advance 5 minutes, you said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 5 minutes has passed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You want to try it again?
Yep.
all right. Cracking the door very slightly. Silence is still up. Noodle, I don't think you need to go through the door to cast your silence. Like, if the door is cracked, you could just cast it from here, right?
But we're in silence, is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
We would have to lose the
it's
silence.
it's a verbal, right?
yeah.
I believe it
they're-
is. Yeah, verbal.
Okay, I'm gonna crack the door. Is that cool?
That's all right.
Nope, he's there.
All right. So, Karen, you cracked the door, right? Which means that you would actually have to be here.
Yeah.
So, Karen cracks the door and sees. It was Fabi that went earlier. So, so Karen sees what looks like a sort of high-ranking captain or something like back, and this guy is like looking around, like looking for something. But right now his back's to you.
Oh.
So he's actively sort of shifting
Yeah.
around. So I'll give you a like, we'll stop time for a second, and you know,
I think
you
we
guys
have to
can.
all go back over here and talk. There's a guy there. He's like 10 feet away from the door, though. So he's out of the silence and kind of far from it. So that if we tried to grab him and didn't work, we would definitely like light up everything. Unless we want to open the door, drop another. Well, no, we couldn't drop another silence, could we? Because of what we said before.
I mean, do we need
If
this
she
silence?
steps in, I
Well,
would encourage you to rewind what went wrong the first time, because it wasn't your plan wasn't flawed, just your execution.
So she'd have to go in with me.
You would
Well,
you would need to make sure that there was not a wall between you. So she doesn't have to
Yeah.
go in. She just can't be off to the left against the wall.
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So Favia was just standing in the wrong place. So if Favia is here, then it should be fine for you to go in. But
Agreed.
okay.
I still don't know about, like, the guy is like right here. If you
Or
go
is he?
in, you're
'Cause
going to be like,
But I'm gonna have to speak,
he's still
so
there.
he's gonna hear me speak.
All you know is that's where he was.
yeah.
Time has passed.
But could we drop the other silence? Well, like,
Yeah.
crack the door, drop the other silence, and cast a new one from where Christy's at now?
Yeah. Yeah, because I could see as much as I needed to cast it where we wanted, but that guy's gonna hear me if he's still there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Well,
wait
maybe we can
for-
crack the door, and
No.
if we
So
Hmm?
I'm gonna
I want to be. Go ahead, Mark.
so I'm gonna wait for Christy to crack the door, and then I'm going to drop silence.
And pass without a trace will still be active.
Correct.
Just to make sure, as long as you don't put an object between you and Fabia. So if you walk in that room and then run like 3 steps to the left, you will lose pass without a trace again. Or if Fabia falls into the water.
Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, peek.
Cracking the door.
Cracking the door. Cracking the door.
Wait.
The door.
Hang on. Karen's gonna go stand right by the door.
All right, so you're all silent, and Noodle, what you see is a guy, looking at crates, sort of looking around crates, a little, but midway down the room.
I give them a symbol that he's still there.
Okay.
The signal. And we're counting it down. And then silence is. Yeah, we heard it. All right. I'm getting ready to cast silence. And again, we need it in this general, so we can drag the crate that's further, that's like over here. That's kind of, so we want it in this general area. Okay.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't go past here, because then
Yeah.
somebody could walk into it and get weirded out. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to only say it as loud as I need to in order to cast it. So I'm not shouting it like Harry Potter. Second level. casting the spell.
How loud?
Okay.
So you don't? Yeah, you can whisper it, right? Like, I mean, I don't know that we've ever had this. Yeah.
So I'm going to cast it here, which actually covers almost exactly what Karen suggested. So I'm casting it. And it does. It draws right about where
Yep.
Cliff drew.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The crates, almost all of the crates, not all of them. Most of the crates, and the one you've been looking at specifically, are in it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm moving to the side because my job here is almost over. Or I can do that because silence is cast here too. And by the
Yeah,
way,
you can tap dance all you want now.
it covers the entire dock from crane to crane and out into the water. So
Yep. Awesome.
all
Does
right,
anybody
good.
have
Let me guess. Dynamite. No.
I was just thinking of how we can make the crates inconspicuous while moving them. Like, we've got pass without a trace, but I don't know that that extends to a crate that we are sliding around. But I don't know what that would be. Cloak of invisibility. I don't think that's a thing necessarily. But okay. I have a potion of invisibility. What if I poured it on the crate?
Oh. Would that work?
Can you look at
DM is computing.
I'm thinking, like, you guys always mess with me, man.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
It says, when you drink it, you become invisible for 1 hour. Anything you wear or carry is invisible with you.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, it's the same with Pass Without a Trace. If you can pick up the crate and carry it, it is now invisible, or it is now covered by Pass Without a Trace. So this basically comes down to the only way to make that a crate invisible is to literally carry it. And that seems not impossible, but it seems unlikely.
Karen didn't try, did she? Oh, maybe she did. All right, well, can we just crack it open right there? We're silence. And if he's invisible, if she is invisible while she's pounding on it, he's not going to notice because it's also silence.
So yeah, so you do see one dude with his back to you, right? So, and he hasn't moved quite yet.
And if do we want to ready within the cone inside with Pass Without a Trace in case he turns around? Or does everybody else want to hang out here? You know? I don't know.
And just so you know, every once in a while,
here, actually.
You what?
We can't talk here.
No,
Oh.
I was gonna put the kibosh on that in the second, but I feel kind of bad about some of the other stuff I put you guys through. So I'm gonna call a couple of things out. The way that his movement, because I'm not going to purposefully choose to move him towards you. I'm gonna roll an 8-sided dice, and that will be the direction that he potentially moves every so often, right? So we'll let the dice decide if he walks towards you, away from you, or whatever, right? You guys can't communicate with each other right now. So if you want to scheme, you need to move out of the circle. Like hard rule. That's not too hard. My assumption was you would do that, so I wasn't trying to be too difficult about it. But at some point, like that does take time, and I'll advance the clock and I'll move that guy. So
wait, if I shut the door, does the cone go away?
Leave it cracked. No, it does not.
No, it works through walls, right?
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move over here.
But you guys know, and like you guys know from everything that we've discussed, that an open door is not normal for that door. So if someone does look in that direction and notices that door is open, that will not be normal.
Yep.
So. Okay. Yeah.
So Noodle runs over and shuts the goddamn door. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Can we
Regroup.
go talk?
Yeah. Theater of the mind. And I'm going to advance the clock a few minutes and then roll for that dude.
What I said before.
I think if I can get the rug has carried like 3 of us before. I think it'll carry one of these crates.
Holds up to 400 pounds. You just have to get it to the rug. And if you're kind of here, can you wrap it up in the because will the rug be seen?
Well, if I can get it on the rug, then the rug basically should be like levitating and frictionless, and I could just push it out like it's a
and low as possible, so it's not like floating in the air.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
I assume that it has a altitude control. Some kind.
Right. Great.
All
right.
Now the cover when you move the crate, the cover does go away.
Yep.
What
If
does
I'm
that
not
mean?
carrying it.
Well, no,
If
I
I'm
mean
not
the cover.
carrying it.
Yeah, the cover moves with the crate, right? So like, if you were to go back in that room and you guys have moved that crate, then it will no longer provide cover.
But we're passed without a trace and silence, so
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just reminding you like that. But the door will be visible.
stay
Everything
together.
else.
Or Favia has to be there, and I have to be by the door, either inside or outside, so that I'm in close proximity to the magic carpet.
Okay, maybe Karen can first just try to pick it up, and then if that doesn't work, we're gonna have the rug at the ready. Right? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So all you have to do is hold up 2 fingers, plan 2, and then we know the rug is out. So
All right. All right. So Fabi's gonna go get in front of the door so that everybody keeps pass without a trace,
Mhm.
and then Karen's gonna go crack the door and get ready to lift, and then Noodle, you'll be there to pass the rug off.
Okay. That's good, right? We're not blocking. Okay. The fuck?
Someone just raged.
Karen's
Oh,
like getting hyped up
thought it
to
was
do
just-
some lifting. All
I
right,
got
peek,
PTSD fireball.
minimally peeking, like cracking the door to peek through. All right.
Gone.
Okay. Karen's gonna go. We're going for the box that was like you said was here.
This was the box that Fabio looked at.
Oh, I thought you said there was one here that we could
I
take.
thought-
That
There,
had the
there's
markings on
all. Yeah, they are. That big ass box was here. These are slightly smaller over here, but they all have the symbol on it.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the smaller one, I guess. That seems safer to start.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast pickup box.
All right, let me have you roll for pickup box. Strength. And you son of a bitch. So Karen, you don't hear any of this, but Karen about shits her pants lifting this thing up. This thing is heavy. And she gets it up and she slides it backwards, and as soon as the back end leaves the crate that's below it, she gets the full weight, and you really feel it in your abs, and you think, man, I shouldn't have skipped ab day Wednesday, but here we are. So
All right. So
you're holding the crate, but it's going to be like a slog to move it much. It's heavy.
Yeah. So I'm just moving it. I'm just duck waddling back like 5 feet, and everybody gonna back away. And then as soon as we're out, somebody can close the door. All right.
And you put it on the ground, and it visibly looks like it should be really loud, because like about 6 to 8 inches off the ground, you lose like muscle control, and it just slams. You see dust go poof right, up for this thing, and it's now sitting in front of you. And I don't have a crate to put in front of you, so we're gonna do role playing. There's a crate in front of you, Karen. Wait, and then I want you to be where you're gonna be. Is it in front of the door? Because that door cannot open now.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, we'll leave it right there for now.
I mean, the other door can
All
open,
right.
but that one can't. Yeah.
It's crowbar time. I cast crowbar.
All right. So crowbar is another strength check. Is it just you, or is it multiple people? Is it what's going on here?
I mean, I guess I'll start just kind of cranking
Coming
on
off
it.
with a hammer. Right.
All right. So as you start to, you're having a hard time finding anywhere to get a grip with this crowbar, but you finally find something with a little purpose there. But this thing is not just nailed. Like these are significant bolts. Something is holding this shut. So I'm going to have you do, this is a strength. And not cinematic, and a request.
Are these cranes?
They are.
Like here? We could just go
Mhm.
crank it up with the crane and then drop it.
Yeah, I wondered.
All right, so there it is. All right, so the right side, you pop it, and you see this bolt go pew, and like the head of the bolt comes off, and now you have the right edge is sort of askew. Taking the left edge.
Yeah.
All right, request roll. Same thing. Slightly less since one is already up. Skill. I'm sorry, ability, strength. Request.
Are they in there?
Yeah, that one, you're just so frustrated with this entire thing. Like you crank it down and the entire lid just fucking flies through the air. Right. You don't hear it, but the fish would have heard it, like an audible splash. It has sailed through the air. You look inside, and I got to look at my notes to see what's in it.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to scroll all the way up. Oh, here we go. All right. So I see which crate this is. All right. You are looking in the crate, and there seems to be some straw obscuring things, but you sort of pull it aside, and you see what looks like three things. You're not exactly sure, but something looks like these sort of black resin blocks, right? Sort of stacked. They look very dense and very, very black. It looks sort of tar-like. You sort of smelled when you pop this open. It smells a bit like burned chemicals, a little tarry. And then brushing some of that straw aside, you sort of scooch it away, and you look a little bit deeper, and you see what looks like a fine grayish black dust in sort of sealed sacks, right? And there's some jars of it. This powder looks like it has been processed. In the jar, you're seeing little bits of it. Looks like it might be bone powdered or something. And then the last thing you see is sort of when you push the straw away from you, and you sort of look deeper, packed very with a lot of care, are these sort of vials. There's this dark liquid with sort of metallic flecks. You swear that when you pass your hand over it, they feel a little warm. So it's not so.
Well,
Are they in jars?
Or what in jars?
Are the metallic? Is the liquid with the metallic?
Yeah, it's like this. Yeah, it's just like this dark liquid with little specks. It's like a glitter. It's almost like glitter in this liquid.
Does this smell at all like gunpowder to us?
No. The resin is a little overwhelming. It smells a little tarish. But yeah, nothing smells like gunpowder. Yeah. That's a negative.
Well, shit.
Should we just like grab some of this stuff?
Yeah.
See, are any of you? So Nick's not here. You guys think to yourself, God, I wish the wizard was here and
Yeah.
alive and whatever. Do any of you who has the strongest sort of arcana?
Whoever has the most intelligence. It's
Well,
probably
I think it would.
not me.
I'm gonna have you and Noodle roll.
Yeah, I've got
Arcana.
a 10
Mine's-
intelligence, so
Yeah,
What's
you
yours,
got me.
Christy?
My arcana. Am I looking at the light number or the? What am I looking at?
oh, wait.
Arcana. It says +2 and then it says 12. That's what it says.
Oh, actually, yeah. I've got a +5 somehow.
I'm gonna have you both roll because you're both
Okay.
you're both wielders of the arcana.
All right.
Oh,
Come
geez,
on,
you got it like just by the skin of your teeth.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
All right, so Bing, you get a little tingle in your spine, and while you've not seen these things specifically, this is contraband, and clearly this is some dark shit. This looks a bit like components used for some sort of ritual, right? You don't know what ritual, but in your darker days, right, you saw things like this move through some of your networks, right? Like this is some bad shit, right? Like again, it's not soap, right? That powder's not MSG, although it does make rice taste yummy. This is some bad stuff, right? So now I don't know if you share that with anyone,
Yes.
and maybe I
absolutely.
shouldn't have said that out loud because I don't know if they know your backstory. So,
Oh,
but you
dang,
can't
don't-
share anything. There's no audibles right now because you're doing all of this in silence.
Okay. Do we have any bags?
Fabia has like shit tons of bags and vials and bottles and
I think I have
bags
Yeah,
of
I think it's-
holding.
I think it's safe to say that we could bag this shit up, right? Or some portion of it,
Yeah.
like some sampling.
Yeah, I want samples of everything.
Okay.
Okay. So
And then
Fabia
make
just
it-
pulls out a bag, and then Cyrus, you can just like fill it up.
Yeah.
Are you hoarding, or is it like one of each? What are you guys doing?
I think
just some of everything?
Okay, so that would be resin, powdered bones, and
I feel like we need to get into that. Well, yeah.
What's that?
I feel like we need to get into the office
yeah.
now.
all right. So just like floating next to the dock is the lid for this crate that you knocked off. It's sort of just bobbing in the water. Are you guys putting the crate back? You leaving it where it's at? You putting the lid back on it? You just leaving this out for whatever? What is your plan here?
I don't know.
Well, we have to go discuss it over here.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can roll. I'll just move the time forward 5 minutes and pretend you guys walked out of the clone of silence. Then, if that's your plan.
I was actually thinking that we needed to see if we could put it back because we want to not alert them for as much as we can. Like, and if they haven't noticed it's missing, at least like put it back there somewhat so they don't. So we at least buys us more time. But I'm asking Karen if you could lift it because we're still under the cone, right? Even though it's gone.
Yeah. I think it might take him enough time to notice that it's gone.
You think?
I mean, how much time do we need? That's
I don't know. We got to get in that office and kill those two big boys, or not kill them.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't crossed off any to-dos yet, so
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that without I feel like the office is going to be the only place with answers, but I don't know how
Yeah.
to do that.
I just have a
Um,
feeling we stand more of a chance of getting detected trying to put it back than
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm worried about.
dumping it over the river and just letting it sink.
we know how it's marked and we know how it's run through the facility. We've identified the symbol connected to Karen. We've
Maybe.
I mean, we know it's connected to her because she had that thing she pulled out.
We'll find out.
Um,
We haven't had a chance to really talk about it, but yeah,
Not really.
yeah.
Discovered what's in the shipment, but
Yeah,
so
I think
we've done ish, but not.
I think Fabia. So I think Fabia, knowing sort of how her mind works. Yeah, actually, I think I can't say this, so I'm not going to say this.
Okay.
It's hard when a player's not here. I don't want to second guess what they would do.
I mean, she would not be happy because she does not like black hole. I mean, of all of us, who
She
don't
doesn't like
that.
any stone left unturned.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we heading back to the office or?
Well, we've observed and understand how cargo is marked.
Yeah.
I think, like
So-
at a high level.
Yeah, and
We've scratched the surface basically, but
so you have done this. You've
Um,
you've infiltrated the warehouse without triggering an alarm. So I mark that as complete.
Okay.
I would say you've observed. I don't know that you understand yet how things are marked.
I think we figured out because of the numbering that the numbers mean different destinations. I don't think we know which numbers go with which destinations. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's
I
fair.
think that's going to be in the office. That's
Okay.
well, you would think it would be in the office.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I feel like that's the only way to get concrete answers.
Mm-hmm.
We identified, well, Karen recognized the symbol. I don't think Karen does not know what it is still.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to find that
Um,
information here, are we? I mean, maybe we should.
Maybe in the office, or maybe if we, I kind of feel like I wish we could have got the guy that loose bandit guy. I feel like beating or bribing one of them might be a good way to get info. Trace a marked shipment through the operation.
Well,
We
this
heard
is
some
how.
we heard some destinations earlier, so we know they're going to Flan and Melvant.
Well, and you know the crate with your symbol that had that number is right inside the door. Does that make sense? The one that I showed you, this
That's
one.
the one we broke open.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you took a different one, but the one that had the big ass symbol with a number stamped on it was right inside the door.
442.
Does the one we took out not have that symbol on it?
It has the symbol, but it doesn't have the same numbers. It seems less substantial.
Oh, okay.
What the hell could be in the big?
And it doesn't have the R3442.
Just
It has a different.
T17.
Well,
It has
that's
a
the whole-
T17.
Trying to get one of those out here.
Yeah, I feel like this would be way easier if we just killed everybody. Let's see. Like me in every video game ever. I start off trying to stealth through it, and then I get tired of it, and then I just kill everybody. Yeah.
But I don't think we could like figure out any of the other objectives if we just killed everyone.
Is there a way?
If it's all in the paperwork, maybe, but maybe not.
Yeah,
What
maybe-
about one of the
okay,
guys in the
that's true.
office? They didn't seem. I didn't look at them, but did they seem battle worthy, or were they more paper pushers?
Yeah, were the guys in the office dummies, or like
No,
officers?
remember they seemed high level and they were brothers and annoying, but they were going through what sounds like shipping numbers or whatever else.
Yeah.
I think Fabia would want to go and get another look at that crate, to be perfectly frank, and to write the number down. That was what I was not sure if I would share, but I think
Number down.
Fabia would want to, because she went in the first time and she's
Yeah.
not there to do that.
Okay.
You mean
So when
the,
I said it, I wrote it down.
Which number? The one that you
On the
showed
crate.
us? Or the
Yeah,
one
on the
that-
crate.
or the crate that we
Yeah.
took out?
E17R3442.
Yeah, I think Fabia would go in and do a quick investigation to see what she can learn about the crate, and then go back.
okay.
It's hard when they're not here to play,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she's the one who I think tends to want to like search things, investigate things, and can I look at that? But
Oh, I'm a completionist,
What
but
if-
I gave that up.
So what if we started a fire in the back of the warehouse?
oh God,
And-
you guys fuck with me all the time.
Yeah,
Well, it's just, I want those people out of that office so that we can
Yeah.
like.
That's,
You know what we maybe could do is start a fire in those outbuildings to the south,
Oh yeah.
and then come in. Well, I'd have to think. I guess we could start it and then run up on the other side of the office, and then when they go south out of the building, then we could sneak into the office and
Mm-hmm.
pillage. But yeah, do we want
Is-
to? Yeah, I
is
think
Steve
Pavia.
there?
It makes sense. Pavia would want another peek at that crate. But
Okay.
do we do it now, or do you want to do it next time? It's right at time.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we're probably about time, right?
yeah.
I would prefer, just so I don't have any loose ends for next time, if you could just do the investigation now,
Let's try.
and it'll take like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, Fabia's gonna peek through the door real quick.
All
Minimal
right, open
opening.
the door.
Peak.
All right, and then she's silent, so she comes up to the crate and she sees this, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna have her roll an investigation.
Karen's kind of looking through the door too, and sees the thing for sure.
Request roll, Fabia. And request. Solid enough. All right, so Fabia jots that number down. So we'll add that to a note over in your notes in a second here. And what does she find? There it is. Right. So sitting on one of the crates, she sees this. So maybe add it to her inventory. So she sees what looks like some sort of like a crate tagging device. So I'm going to drag that into her not device, system. So let's see, inventory. So let's look for tags in the inventory tag. Yeah, so Cliff, inside of Fabius, you should see a tag crate bundle, which is sort of a mix of materials. It's like this bound like stack of small wooden and thin metal tags, right? They're punched with holes and they're sort of strung together in a loop with rough cord. It's some sort of a tagging system. It seems like they attach these to the crates. So she finds that. And then she also finds this route sealing kit. So I will add that to her inventory. And this thing is it's in this compact wooden case. It has this organized set of sort of interchangeable metal seal heads. And you know, Karen, one of them is yours. It's the same symbol that you have on your pendant, right? Or what you wear as a pendant, at least, right? But it's you know it's a sort of a set of like steel heads, wax sticks, press tools. Cyrus, this sort of piques your interest because it seems familiar to you, something that you might use in your trade. But right now it's in Fabia's inventory because she was the one who found it. Other than that, she jots down those numbers, and I can then say that you have now observed and understand the cargo. you also, Karen, understand and can identify that the symbols are connected to you, right? Because you're seeing this symbol is sort of showing up in the kits. It's showing up on some of the crates. You have it, and yeah, you are thinking that room where they were talking about where these things are going might be useful. But you have to wonder what else is going on in this warehouse, right? You've literally peeked in one door,
All right.
which you now have shut. Right. So weirdly, when we next play, you are standing almost in the exact positions of where we started this game. Right. On the plus side, you got to kill something, which is always nice. You got to cast your silence a couple of times. And you're sort of none the wiser. The last time that Fabi was in there, she didn't see that gentleman. It doesn't mean he's not in the area. It just means that he was not in that section. And you do have some amount of burn down before I think anyone would notice that guy was missing. Right. Who knows? And who knows how often they do rounds. It's about 6:32 at night. The sun is setting. The lights are coming up. You do have the cover of darkness to your advantage now, but none of you are rogues. Any questions before we drop? Well, hope you had fun. A little bit more stealthy, sleuthy than you're used to. But yeah, it's all working out.
I like it.
And hopefully everyone can play next week. Except for Nick, he won't be here. He's still in a coma. I don't know if you know this, Chrissy, but Nick's going to be out for about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So he's going to be unconscious for about 4 weeks.
That's how long I feel I've been gone.
You guys do remember the last time that he went on military leave, and when he went to Italy, he was kidnapped for an extended period of time. so that poor bastard. All right. If you guys need anything, hit me up on the WhatsApp. Otherwise, thank you guys for playing tonight, and we'll catch up soon.
Awesome.
Have a good
And
night.
Mark, let me know what your memory was later.